Hello everyone, Carolyn here and welcome to today's tutorial. Today I will be showing you my own original design, and this is the Mountaintops bracelet. It is a 8-pin bar design, and you will want your loom set up in this configuration with your two most center pin bars aligned and then going up a staggered step 3 times on either side. I will be showing you the band placement on this rendition, and I'm only going to be using 4 colors today. Just to keep it a little bit more mellow than this one. It's kind of bright. Alright, so we're going to start with 2 of our bands and just run them across our 2 most center pegs, and then just work up at an angle, creating just your normal perimeter up to the sides and then all the way up your side. Only do a couple with you. Easy, easy, easy step. Again, just work to the side. If they'll lay right. And then up your loom. Okay. And I do want to show you on this rendition and this bracelet, it is going to be very tight. I went 2 full loom lengths on this bracelet. And as you can see, it still is quite short. But that is okay. So just continue that all the way up your loom, and when you get to the top, you want to stop at your 4th pin bar and then work your way towards, ooh, will it help if I get on camera? Sorry guys. Again, you want to stop at your 4th pin bar and then just work up at an angle to the center. So go up at an angle 3 times on either side. And so here should be your last band placement, but don't put the band across. We'll do that as our capping band. So I'm going to go off, finish up to the top, and then I'll be right back for our next band placement step. Alright everybody, so I've made it to the top of my loom, and if you were confused, I just wanted to go ahead and show you. So you just want to go in at an angle 3 times at the top on either side, and then leave it open for our capping band. And so now we are ready for our next set of bands, which will be the X's going up the center here in the jelly yellow. I'm going to be using the Sweets Pink again, and you're just going to create X's all the way up your 4th and 5th pin bar. Oh, do a couple with you. Always want to go from the left to the right, or if you start from the right to the left, going like that, you just want to continue that all the way up your bracelet. That way it's symmetrical when you loom it and pull it off. Again, just placing your X's all the way up your center 2 pin bars. I'm going to go off, finish mine up, and I'll be right back. Alright everyone, I'm back and we are ready for our next band placement step. In this rendition, it is the white that you see going along there on either side. I again am going to be using white, and we're going to work with the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th pin bar. And what we're going to do is take a single band and create a triangle across these 3 pins. Okay. And then just continue that all the way up your loom. Now you might find it easier just to create a single chain going up, which is what I like to do, because it doesn't have a tendency to twist the bands as bad as if you lay them in a triangular shape. And then I just take my hook and then bring it across the pin bar to the side, just like that, all the way up. Okay, so you're going to continue that all the way up your loom. I'm going to go off screen, finish mine up, and then I'll be right back with our next band placement step. Alright everyone, I'm back and we are ready for our next band placement step. In this rendition, it is the red that you see going along here. And I'm going to be using the Sweets Purple. We're going to work with the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th pin bar again. And what we're simply going to do is just place a single band diagonally all the way up our 3rd and 4th pin bar. All the way up. And then again on our 5th and 6th pin bar, just placing a diagonal band all the way up. Okay, so I'm going to go off, finish mine up, and then I'll be right back for our next band placement step. Alright everyone, I'm back and we are ready for our next band placement step. And in this rendition, it is the neon orange that you see going along the center on either side up underneath the red. And what we're simply going to do is just place single chains up the 4th and up the 5th, working our way up all the way, both pin bars to the very top. So I'm going to go off, finish that up, and then I'll be right back for our next band placement step. Alright everyone, I'm back and we are ready for our next band placement step. And in this rendition, it is the lime green that you see going along here and along here. We're going to be working with the 2nd, 3rd, 6th, and 7th pin bars. And what we are going to do is just place a zigzag all the way up your loom, just going back and forth all the way up. Easy peasy step. And we will be adding the looming roach step to these bands when we start looming, so you might want to keep that in mind. And then for the opposite side, same thing, mirror image, just placing zigzags all the way up your loom. If I can get them to lay right. Come on, come on. Just working your way up your loom, working the zigzag. Okay, so I'm going to go off, finish mine up, and then I'll be right back with our next band placement step. Alright everyone, I'm back and we are ready for our next band placement step. And in this rendition, it is the jelly yellow that you see running up underneath the white on either side. I'm going to be using black this time. We're going to be working with the 1st, 2nd, 7th, and 8th pin bars. And what we're going to do is go forward on our 2nd, down at an angle to our 1st, and you might have to push your bands down as you go. And then just repeat all the way up your loom. So forward, down at an angle, forward, and then down at an angle. And then continue that up your 1st and 2nd pin bar. And then repeat that opposite side, mirror image, forward, down to the right, forward, down to the right, forward, and then down to the right. Okay, so I'm going to go off, finish that up, and then I'll be right back for our next band placement step. Alright everyone, I'm back and we are ready for our next band placement step. It is the white that you see going along on either side here. I'm going to be using the Sweets Purple again. We're going to work with the 2nd, 3rd, 7th, and 8th pin bar again. And what we are going to do is just take our single band and take it at a long stretch from our 2nd to our 1st, or our 1st to our 2nd, however you lay, all the way up our loom. And then we're going to repeat that mirror image on the opposite side, just taking it from the 7th to the 8th at a long stretch up. Okay, and then our very next band placement step is going to be the secondary border that you see going along the edge here in orange. And I'm going to use white just to show you how to go ahead and place that, so when we come back we can go ahead and start our looming steps. And I'm just going to start from this pin bar and work our way to the edge and place a secondary border all the way up our loom and around, just following our original perimeter that we laid. Okay, and then do the same thing on the opposite side. So again, just work your way to the edge and then up your loom. Okay, so I'm going to go off and finish those 2 steps up. So again, you want to place your long stretch band from your 2nd to your 1st pin bar and from your 7th to the 8th all the way up, and then come back with your secondary border. Okay, so I'm going to go off, finish mine up, and then I'll be right back. Alright everyone, I'm back, and so hopefully your loom looks like this all the way to the top. And that's how your top section should look. And now we are ready to go ahead and turn our loom around. And now I'm going to take 2 of my original perimeter color, which is my Sweets Pink. And then I'm just going to place our capping band. I'm going to double loop it. And then we are ready to begin our looming steps. We're going to loom out the secondary perimeter all the way back to the top. Same steps that you would as a our normal perimeter, just looming everything back to their corresponding home post, and then all the way up your loom. Okay, same thing, mirror image, opposite side, going in, grabbing your secondary perimeter and just looping it back to their corresponding home post. Okay, get that go. Okay, so then you're just going to continue that all the way to the top. When you get to the top, just follow it into the center on either side. I'm going to go off, finish mine up, and then I'll be right back for our next looming step. Alright everyone, I'm back and we are ready for our next looming step. We are going to be working with the 1st, 2nd, 7th, and 8th pin bar. And what we are going to do, we're going to start by going forward. Okay, and then we're going to go out to the left and then forward again. And now we're going to go back to our first pin bar and we're going to grab our long stretch diagonal band and pull that back. And now we're just going to repeat those steps over again. So out to the left, forward, and then we're going to go back and grab our diagonal band and pull it up and to the right. Okay, and now again out to the left, forward, go back down and grab your long stretch diagonal and then pull it back. Okay, and then repeat again to the left, forward, and we're going to go back and grab our long stretch and bring it up. Okay, one more time on this side and then I'm going to hop over to the other side. So again, grab our diagonal, pull it to the left, we're going to go forward, and then we're going to go back and grab our long diagonal and pull it up. Okay, so that's how you're going to loop the left side. For the right side, it's the same thing, mirror image. So you're going to go forward, and you're going to go out to the left, and then forward again. Now you're going to go back and grab your diagonal and bring it up. And now just repeat. To the right, forward, go back, grab your long stretch diagonal, pull it back, again to the right, forward, back down to grab your long stretch, bring it back home. Okay, to the right, forward, back down for your long stretch, bring it back to its home post. Last time on this side, guys. I hope you've got it by now. You want to take your diagonal out to the side, your straight forward band straight forward, go back for your long stretch and bring it back. Okay, and then just repeat that all the way up your loom. I'm going to go off, finish mine up, and then I'll be right back for our next looming step. Alright everyone, I'm back and we are ready for our next looming step. On this step we're going to be working with our 2nd, 3rd, 6th, and 7th pin bar, but we're always going to be pulling from the 2nd and from the 7th, working our way in. So what we're going to do is go in and grab our single bands and pull each one out from their 2nd pin bar, out to the 3rd, working our way all the way up the loom. Okay, fairly easy step. I'm going to repeat that same thing, mirror image on the opposite side, going into the 7th and pulling down to the 6th, pulling each band back to their corresponding home post, all the way up your loom. Okay, and once you have gotten them all loomed out towards the center, we're going to be doing the looming roach step. So that means we're going to go in and pull the 2 most bottom bands up and around. So that's 1 and then 2. I like to do them individually because it just seems to lay a little bit better when I do them individually. But you can do them both at the same time. Again, you just want to go in and push that diagonal band down and grab your two most bottom bands and lift them up and around your peg. Ooh, can't do that one yet. And then again, repeat the same thing, mirror image on the opposite side, going in, grabbing your two most bottom bands and pulling them up and around. And if you have to push the other band out of the way, that's fine. Usually once you get the first one, the second one's a lot easier to find. And just lifting them up and around. Okay, so I'm going to go off, finish that step up all the way to the top, and then I'll be right back for our next looming step. Alright everyone, I'm back and we are ready for our next looming step. We are going to be working with the 4th and the 5th pin bar on our single chains, and we're just going to go in and grab our bands and loom each one back to their corresponding home post, just closing up that single chain all the way up our loom. I'm going to repeat that on both sides. So again, just go in and loop up the single chain. Okay, so I'm going to go off, finish mine up, and I'll be right back for our next looming step. Alright everyone, I'm back and we are ready for our next looming step. We are going to be working with our foremost center pin bars, which would be our 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. We're going to be working with our diagonal bands, my deep lilac sweets. And what we're going to do, we're always going to pull from the 3rd and from the 6th, working our way into the 4th and into the 5th, okay? To start us off, what we're going to do is go in to our 3rd pin bar, grab our band, and then you can just hold it, and then we're going to go up underneath our single chain band that we just loomed up, grab our purple band, and then just bring it up underneath and back to the corresponding home post that you just pulled it from. Okay, we're doing a reverse cuff stitch is basically what we're going to do, and we're going to repeat that all the way up our loom. Go in to the 3rd, grab your band, go up underneath your single chain band, grab the single band, and then loop it back upon itself, just like so. Okay, again into the 3rd, grab, go underneath our single chain, grab our band, pull it down and around and back upon the peg that you just pulled it from. Okay, we'll do it one more time with you on this side, and then I'm going to hop over and show you on the right side. Again, you're going to go into the 3rd and grab, go ahead and hold with your fingers or your secondary hook, whatever is easier for you. Go in through your single chain, and it's okay if it pops off because it'll go right back on. Grab your band, go up underneath, and then right back to the pin where you just loomed it from. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. You're going to go into the 6th, hold, go underneath your single chain, and grab your purple band. If I can get it, there we go. And then just bring it back to their corresponding post that you just pulled from. Again, go into your 6th, pull your diagonal band, go underneath your single chain, pull that band, and then loop it back to its home post. I've done this technique a couple of times in different designs, and the more I use it, the easier it does get, unless I have just a lot of bands that I need to go underneath to grab. Okay, so you're just going, oh sorry, I went off screen. Let me do that one more time with you. Again, just grab your band, go underneath your single chain and grab it, and then pull it down and back to its corresponding home post. Okay, so just complete that all the way up. If you have any questions, please just comment below and I'll try to help you out as much as I can. I'm going to go off, finish mine up, and then I'll be right back for our next looming step. Alright everyone, I'm back and we are ready for our next looming step. We're going to be working with the 3rd and the 6th pin bar working with our triangle shapes. What we're going to do is we're going to go into the third and pull this side of our triangle up to the very next pin bar. Okay, and then we're just going to continue that all the way up our loom. So just go in, grab your triangle, and just loom it as if you were looming a single chain all the way up your loom. Okay, just like so, all the way up your left. And then again on your right, you're going to go in, grab your very first triangle band, and then pull it forward. Okay, just working your way all the way up the loom. Okay, all right, I'm going to go off, finish mine up, and then I'll be right back for our next looming step. Alright everyone, so I've made it to the top of my loom, and as you can see we still have one triangle band and there's no way to loom it forward. So what we're going to do is just go in and grab it and loom it to the centermost pin bar on either side. Okay, so just to close that up, just like that. Alright, and so now we are ready for our next looming step, which will be our X's going up the center. We're going to go and start with our bottommost band first. I can grab it. And we're just going to grab it and loom it back to its corresponding home post, completing the X's all the way up your loom. So again, just go in, grab your bottommost band, whichever side you laid that. If you followed me, it should be your left side first. And then just loom it to form your X shape, working your way all the way up your loom. Okay, so I'm going to leave you here. I'm going to go off and finish mine up, and then I'll be back to show you how to close it up. Be right back. Alright everyone, I'm back, and for our final looming step, it is going to be to loom out our perimeter. We're going to go into our centermost pin bars and pull each of the perimeter bands back to their corresponding home post all the way to the edge of the loom. Oop. And sometimes that happens. And then just pull them back to their corresponding home post all the way up the loom. If I can get my hook to hang on to them. Alright. Let's try that again. And so again, continuing for the right side, you're just going to go in and grab your perimeter bands and loop them back to their corresponding home post all the way to the edge and then all the way up your loom. Okay, and then you're going to follow that all the way to the top, and when you get to the top you're just going to work your way towards the center on either side and then go ahead and close it up. I'm pretty sure that most of you know how to go ahead and do the border, so I'm going to just leave you here and then I'll come back with our finished rendition. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I've gotten our mountaintops bracelet off of the loom, and hopefully your rendition looks something like this. And I did want to show you the difference between this side and this side. Is this side I've cleaned up a little bit, and this side I have not as of yet. And all you have to do in order to get your bands to look like that, if you didn't use LE bands or the like, is just to take your hook, go up underneath your purple band or your corresponding color, and grab them and just give them a little tug. Okay, that'll set them just to the top of the band and make them lay really nicely. So I do have some more cleaning up on this rendition. But that's it for today. I hope you have enjoyed today's tutorial. If you have, please give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe by hitting the little button below. And if you do decide to make a rendition, please make sure to tag me and hashtag Mountaintop Bracelet on Instagram, because I'd love to see all of your renditions. That's it for today. Loom on, Loomers. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.